Congressman Gaetz, thank you very much for being here today.
All right, man. I'm here with a message to Central Florida Republicans. We need Scott Franklin as the Republican nominee from this district to make the Republican Party stronger and to ensure that President Trump has the best opportunity to win the state of Florida in November. Scott has answered the call for public service in his life, serving as a naval aviator, serving in the Persian Gulf and the conflict in Bosnia. And after 9/11, Scott answered the call yet again. I suspect that the 2020 election will be one of the most consequential in our lives. And in that election, we need patriots who are willing to fight. It's not usual for a sitting member of Congress to endorse a challenger against an incumbent. But the principal obligation of leadership is to tell the truth. The truth is that if Ross Spano is the Republican nominee from this district, the Republican Party will be weaker and the president's campaign will be weaker, because Ross Spano is not a credible messenger for the Trump agenda. Ross Spano will be a weak nominee because he's under active FBI investigation. And it's telling that President Trump cannot endorse Ross Spano in this election. Governor Ron DeSantis cannot endorse Ross Spano in this election, and neither can I. Fortunately, in these times of peril, we have someone with Scott Franklin's leadership skills. Not only that he's displayed as a patriot serving our country in uniform, but also as a business leader in Central Florida. We need the fighting spirit that Scott Franklin offers to ensure a victory in this congressional district, a victory in the state of Florida, and a victory for President Trump. Throughout his limited time in Congress, Ross Spano has been weak. He's been weak in the face of FBI investigations. He's been weak when the president has needed a stronger voice to combat illegal immigration. And Ross Spano has been weak when we have needed Republicans to stand up and fight for the Trump agenda with vigor and with energy. Scott Franklin is an energetic candidate. He's a natural-born leader, and I look forward to campaigning right alongside Scott Franklin for the next couple weeks to ensure that he is the Republican nominee, that we win this district in November, and that President Trump is returned to the White House for 4 more years of greatness for our country. And we'd be happy to take any questions.
Congressman, you're obviously in the minority with your fellow Floridian representatives. Why do you think that is?
Look, it is tradition in the United States Congress for incumbents to always circle the wagon against each other. But I'm not much for the traditions of Washington, D.C. I think we need to shake up Washington, D.C. And we're not going to be a successful party or a successful movement if we nominate weak candidates. And Ross Spano will be a weak candidate for our party and for our president in a general election.
Do you believe Floridians should vote by mail?
I believe that Florida has a vote-by-mail system that we can be very proud of. The president tweeted just yesterday confidence in the ability of Floridians to have their votes counted if they submit them by mail. I don't have the same confidence with every other state in the country that would jolt themselves into a universal vote-by-mail system. We've done it for some time in Florida. We've worked out some of the kinks, and I have confidence in our state to execute on that.
How did you first become aware of Scott Franklin, and how did you get to the point of deciding to endorse him?
Well, I got a special place in my heart for the Navy. My district is home of the Blue Angels, and so when I see someone called as a consequence of their patriotism to public service, I pay attention. And I've watched carefully as Scott has run an effective campaign here in Central Florida, earning the support of local conservative leaders like Grady Judd. Nancy Pelosi is targeting this congressional district because of Ross Spano's weakness. This ought to be a Republican stronghold. And I fear that if Republicans vote for Ross Spano in the primary, that is akin to a vote for Nancy Pelosi because it puts the district in jeopardy of flipping blue. We don't want to see that happen. The I-4 corridor is some of the most important political geography in America, and we ought to have a fighter and a champion and a patriot who can win. and that candidate is Scott Franklin.
Since you're here, I want to ask you, the president said that he believes coronavirus is under control in America. Do you believe that the coronavirus pandemic is under control?
I think in different pockets of the country and in different pockets of the state, we've seen success, and we've also seen remarkable challenges. I am grateful that in the state of Florida, no one who has needed a hospital bed has been deprived of a hospital bed. No one who's needed a ventilator has been deprived of a ventilator. Throughout the country, we're seeing test results provided more rapidly each and every day. And so I think that there's a lot more we have to do. I would not dismiss the gravity of the challenge, but I think to bring creative solutions to bear, particularly under Project Warp Speed, we need more creative people in the United States Congress, and that's why I think Scott brings a really unique blend of public service in local government, military service, and business leadership as well.
But sir, do you believe it's under control, yes or no?
Well, again, I think that it is a big country, it is a big state, and in different areas you have different success rates. So I don't think we have to paint the whole country with the same brush, but I would suggest that we are seeing progress. And frankly, what I am most encouraged by is the development of vaccines. And as we see multiple vaccine candidates getting to put into massive production, we can have a great deal of hope for the future in combating the virus.
Last question. If you talk to anyone at the National Party about this, I think that not only others in the delegation, but I think the National Party is also supporting Ross Spano. Have you talked to anyone at the party about it?
Well, I don't know who the National Party is. I follow the leadership of our president as the standard bearer for our party. In almost every circumstance in America where an incumbent has faced a tough primary challenge, the president has supported the incumbent. The president's inability to endorse Ross Spano speaks volumes about who the strongest candidate is in this race. Great. Thanks, guys, so much. Thanks for coming.